The man I am about to tell you about was not a Scrooge. He was a kind, decent, and generally good man. He was generous to his family and upright in all his dealings with others. However, he simply could not believe what the churches preached at Christmas, the story of God coming to earth as a man. It just didn't make sense to him, and because he was an honest man, he could not bring himself to pretend that he believed it. He told his wife, "I'm truly sorry, but I won't be going to church with you tonight." He explained that he didn't want to be a hypocrite, so he would rather stay home. But he promised to stay up and wait for his wife and children to return from the service. And so he stayed behind while his family went to the midnight mass. Shortly after his family drove away, the snow began to fall. He stood by the window, watching the sudden blizzard grow more and more fierce. Eventually, he returned to his armchair by the fireplace to read the newspaper. A few minutes later, he was startled by a dull thud, then another and another. At first, he thought someone must be throwing snowballs at his living room window. But when he went to the front door to investigate, he found a flock of miserable birds huddled together in the freezing cold. They had been caught in the storm, and in a desperate search for shelter, had tried to fly through his large glass window. He couldn't just let the poor creatures lie there and freeze to death. He remembered the barn where his children kept their pony. The barn would provide a warm shelter if only he could lead the birds inside. He quickly put on his coat and snow boots, then trudged through the deep snow to the barn. He opened the doors wide and turned on the lights, but the birds did not come in. He thought food might lure them, so he hurried back to the house, gathered some breadcrumbs, and scattered them on the white snow. He made a trail from where the birds were huddled all the way to the brightly lit open barn door. But to his frustration, the birds ignored the crumbs and continued to flop their wings desperately in the snow. He tried to catch them. He tried to shoo them into the barn by walking around them and waving his arms, making shooing sounds. The birds only scattered in all directions. They refused to enter the warm, glowing barn. He realized that the birds were terrified of him. To them, he reasoned, he was a giant, strange, and frightening creature. If only I could think of a way to let them know they can trust me, he thought, that I'm not trying to hurt them, but trying to save them. But how? He thought to himself, if only I could become a bird for a moment, join them and speak their language, then I could tell them not to be afraid. I could lead the whole flock into the safety and warmth of the barn. If only I were a bird like them so they could see me, hear me, and understand me. At that very moment, the church bells began to ring. The sound reached his ears, echoing even above the howling wind. He stood there, listening to the bells peal out the joyous hymn of Christmas. And then he sank to his knees in the cold snow. He folded his hands and whispered, "Now I understand. Now I understand why you had to become a man."